What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay the Silencer here, chilling on a lovely day. Got me a bottle of Hartley Pineapple VSOP brandy right here. I'm gonna take a straight shot for you so you can get an idea what it tastes like here, y'all. Oh, so sweet. I'm using cola because it's smooth. Got some M&M playing just for the fuck of it. This is on my old TV. Uh, got a little bit of the swishers, like I showed you earlier. Just chilling right now, having a good time. Already on my third mixed drink. So I may go to bed early today, just because if I go to my homies tomorrow, smoke a little bit, drink a little bit, hopefully breathe a chaser or two, bring in a little bit of more movies possibly. We'll see, Um, yeah. Cheers to y'all drinkers. Smith and cussing his raps. Well, I do. So fuck him and fuck you too. Sorry if I slurred there, y'all. No buzzing. Would it be weird? It's why. Just sit me there, and then sit Britney Spears. First. Since Kim, Does that mean just don't give a fuck like me? I do like that when I'm drunk. I'm the real shady, and the other Slim Shady is just imitating. So want the real Slim Shady? Please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. He's the real Slim Shady, don't you believe? Because he's the real Slim Shady imitating. Want the real Slim Shady? Please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Dude, I don't know, I'm just being bored right now, just chilling, having a good time as you can tell. Show you some good music. This is a good album. I don't know what the cover part is for it. I don't know if you can see that. It's called Only Hits. It has When You Gonna Give It Up To Me by Sean Paul and Keisha Cole, Gnarls Barkley Crazy, Panic at the Discos, I Write Sins, Not Tragedies, Cassie, Me and You, Remix, Diddy and Young Jock, E40 and T-Pain, Candy Girl, You and That, It's Going Down, Young Jock, Showstopper Remix, Danity Kane, T.I. What You Know, Young Dro Shorterline, D4L, Laffy Taffy, Kick Punch, Lupe Fiasco, James Blunt, You're Beautiful. This is a good album to listen to when you're chilling. This is a dope album. It says ICP, it's Forgotten Freshness. The one that came out in like 2011, 12. 2 discs. Got some Tech 9 and shit. I listen to a little bit of everything though, No, please stand up. Oh, yeah, and Tim, another good artist is Patsy Cline. Great singer. 1950s country singer, Dun, 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 dun. But to hear, I could have a there exchanging of words. Yeah, this pot that I got is gonna last me a long time now. Good drink right here, mix some cola. Pineapple cola. You should make that shit. If Cola has a Twitter, at Cola, or at Shasta, or Coke at Coca-Cola Company, or whatever the fuck it would be on Twitter. Shout out to y'all guys. Gotta make that pineapple flavor. Kind of like how Faygo has their pineapple flavor. Mm. With just without the alcohol, but if you taste that brandy and somehow take out the brandy and just keep that type of pineapple they used for this shit, it'd be fire. Mm. So sweet. Um, yeah, this ain't really much of a vlogging. It's just random bullshit talking shit right now. Just cause if I'm buzzed, I won't remember half of the shit I'll say probably. But I am a good guy. I do have some issues in life. I had problems in the past where people didn't like me for a while, but I'm trying to revise that and do something more and rejoice it to a better place. And like have a new start, which I already have, even though I still curse God's name in vain sometimes, but try not to when I'm at my friends or anything like that, so I don't try to have a habit of doing it as much. This ain't no confession or bullshit. I'm just being really honest with what's up in my mind, just feeling how I feel, just keeping it real 100, stay stunting on the motherfucker you gotta know. Real shit about me. I'm 22 years old. I'm gonna be 23 in 2018, and it'll be 5 years since out of high school. Still drinking and smoking. I didn't start till about 2014 when I started drinking. Um, I know it's a bad habit. Hopefully, God's looking over me eventually, and hopefully, make me make right choices later on in life. And it's not always about partying and being with a lot of people, because later on, a lot of them are not gonna be your friends, and there's not gonna be a lot of people to hang out with later. I only party very little because I know my shit will get stolen. I'm not a retard. Um, well, but oh, I was in a program in high school called Resource Specialist Program. In parentheses would be RSP. It's a little higher up from special ed. It's like in the middle from special ed and regular ed. Which means I had a few regular classes and a little bit of the special needs class put together as one. So that's why it's called in between. Because for certain reasons, and it was best that way for me. I had choir all 4 years, so shout out to Mr. Gavin Spencer if he has YouTube. And for taking me home that one day when he saw me carrying those 2 bottles of Malibu and Jaeger. That was cool because I didn't want to be in trouble, even though I am of age, but people will assume something different. So, shout out to him. And the one that helps me to think about music a lot more now, since I've been listening to a lot of old school shit, a lot of piano music and shit that he has. And I remember this one song that we would sing in choir every year. The first years, it's not really the first years. It's like after all 4 years, because I've been in troubadours. We have to sing the song in the beginning of the year called Save a Crudele. It'll be like, Save a Crudele, mi fa langue, sempre fedele, sempre fedele, ti voglio amare. It's an Italian song. I think it's a love song. I'm not 100% sure, but I somehow remember it sometimes. Oh, another dope song that we sang was that one Leandro Cowboy song or some shit. I know it had to be a cowboy song. I can't remember exactly what the hell it was. Well, and that German drinking song, Punksni, that shit's tight. Um, yeah, I remember my freshman year going to Disneyland for the first time. And Mr. Spencer asked everyone in the classroom my freshman year, because it was my first year in high school. So I'm like 14. And he's like, who's never been to Disneyland? And I'm the only nigga in the motherfucking classroom that raises their hand, and every motherfucking looking at me just be like, for real? I mean, like, yeah, me and my parents never had the motherfucking money for that shit back when I was growing up. But doesn't mean we was poor, we was middle class and shit. And it was just how it was and what I did. And I was focused on work and shit. I didn't really think about it like that. We never really took family vacation before, really, honestly. But, it was cool. And then That was dope the first time. I remember this one chick that I was kind of hitting on at the time that was in the, I think she was in the Nightingales at the time. That Janice Hockett, yeah. I remember now, yeah. I remember that shit. She was fine though. I had to admit, she was pretty fine. I don't know where the hell she is now in this day and age, but if she watching, shout out to her because I know she'll be looking at this shit later on, and I probably, who knows, you know. Um, I remember we was holding hands throughout the whole entire time and shit, spent time with each other, and it wasn't really much of a day. It was just, I don't know, but she was a good gal, so I can't complain. I ain't bullshitting or whatever, you know. Um, Then we didn't do anything for my sophomore year. We basically stayed at the school. We didn't really have a field trip that year for the choir. So, um, junior year, we went to Portland, Oregon to see Wicked in 2012 in the April year. In the April month, I mean, not year. That sounded stupid. Sorry, guys. Um, yeah, it was cool. Some funny ass shit. It was really funny to me because I remember seeing these two big ball things coming out of nowhere, just rolling in circles of shit. And me and a buddy of mine that was sitting next to me, we were just laughing our asses off at the motherfucker. And we are just like, this shit's trippy, dog. Like, yeah, I wouldn't mind fucking seeing Wicked again. That shit was tight. Um, in my senior year, we went to LA again. We went to the Los Angeles Cathedral of Art, Angeles Cathedral, Angels of a Cathedral, whatever that's called. That's a beautiful piano organ up in that motherfucker. That was the biggest organ shit I've ever seen, probably. And then underneath it had like a little tonnage way. I remember typing InsaneClownPosse.com and it was blocked because of violence. But I guess they don't understand music well yet, I guess, in this for that time period. But you know, that's them though. Um, and then the Pirates Dinner Adventure. My freshman year, the first time I went was lit. The senior year, low key was lit, if you know what I mean, like what I do now. But that was low key. You feel? Had a bottle of Crown. No one even knew that out. Not even the teacher. Even though he probably gonna look at this later, be like this motherfucker or some shit like that. Even though he's a Mormon, but he probably won't say it like that. But it was just funny shit and whatnot, and yeah, it was a cool fun time. And smoked a couple blunts in our balcony thing that we had at the Best Western in our room. Closed the door. Um, yeah, it was fun. Placentia, California, the homeland of the Cottonmouth Kings. I was shocked that we was in their homeland at the time. I was a huge fan of theirs during that time period. They need to make better shit now. Come on, guys, you need to make some more dope shit. But yeah, it was lit though. You know, I missed them old times. Old times was the funnest. And also in Oregon, we also went on this boat ride with some magic show. It was fucking lit. If I was fading and smoking weed back then, well, I mean, I was smoking weed, but I could have breathed, you know, on the boat at the time and shit. But it was fucking lit though, and you know, it was nice and it was good to get out and I had a fun time. I miss high school. High school was lit. I did a lot of dumb shit though, but I graduated like with a 3.3 GPA. I was at a dumbass. I was an average student, you know, at Shasta High School, graduation of 13. But hey guys, there's about 13 minutes and 55 seconds in, so I'm gonna close it up here. Follow me on Twitter at JTheSilencer420, same as my Instagram. Instagram's the same name as my Twitter. And then add me on Facebook at facebook.com/ASAPJDOLLA. And peace out, YouTube. Gang, gang.